Version 297. Yajabhimanam kulagotra nama rupasrameswardasavasritesu lingasya dharmanapi kartrutadin tyaktva bhavakhanda sukha swarupah santyanne pratibandha pumsah sansara hetavo drishtaha teshameva moolam prathamam vikaro bhavatyahankarah. Right. This is the beginning of a very novel observation, very important observation, where you go to the root of the problem. Just like in our modern science today, in our medical science, when a patient goes to a doctor, the doctor keeps him under observation. Because even though you have got fever, the temperature of the body can rise for many reasons. It may be simple cold, it may be a little headache, or maybe because stomach upset. It can be also as complicated as cancer or AIDS or something. The temperature of the body can go up for a million reasons. So before administering the drugs, the expert keeps the person under observation. When he discovers a pattern in that fever or the different functionings of the physical body, then he decides what else it can be. Maybe jaundice, maybe typhoid, maybe smallpox, maybe chickenpox. And having ascertained the reason, now once you find the cause, then you treat the patient exactly for that. Human life has million controversies. Unhappiness is the signature of human life. For most of the human beings, they are totally under the spell of misery, pain. Happiness, fulfillment comes as a flash in the clouds. Most of the time, the person is completely under the spell of misery. Once the childhood passes, where there is total ignorance, therefore the child is innocent. Child seems to be laughing, joking. There is the proper language not to say child is happy, but to know the child is not unhappy. There is a difference between your being happy and you are not being unhappy. There is a difference being you are being fully comfortable and you are being not comfortable. The child is not happy. Positively, child is not happy. It doesn't know what happiness is all about. But doesn't have a sense of unhappiness because the child is yet to recognize, understand what to have, what not to have. No, there are no expectations in life. That is why like a pashu. Pashu, like animals. Animals are in that state. That's why they are known as the vimukta. And why do you call it the animal pashu? Because pashyati. Pashyati the pashu. One who just sees, experiences, but never analyzes the experience. That is why there is no psychological disorder for a tiger. Doesn't have to go to a psychiatric. The whales and the sharks and the hyenas and the animals and the birds, they don't go to any psychiatrist because they have no such problem. Pashyati, just sees, experiences, and then doesn't learn from the experience. That is why Pashu. He experiences but doesn't learn from the experience. Whereas in human life, not only you see, but also you can learn from experience. Also, the more important thing is you get complicated. You completely get knotted down, entangled in the experience. And what is that something because of which the grown-up individual gets involved with something which the child did not have? What is that happens between 5th year and 15th year? Because of which the smile disappears, confusion comes in, anxiety rules. What is that something? What is the transition? What happened between that? Between 5th year and 15th year? Suddenly the young man, the young person, the growing individual is full of emotions. Anger, hatred, jealousy, love, infatuation, kindness, compassion, meaningless dispositions. What is that? This is where it comes in. Because of this, that's where it comes. What is that something? Ahankara, the I thought, individuality. Individuality, ahankara, this I thought comes up. A very, very strong I thought, in whose presence every emotional conflict comes to rule the human life. This is where comes your observation. The doctor keeps the patient observation to find out as to why the person has the temperature. Why does he have the pain? Anywhere you do that, without observation and recognition, you cannot solve the problem. Even nowadays, you take the car, they do a scanning, computer-controlled scanning. Human body, CAT scan, you push the whole thing inside. And then look at the entire picture. You see somewhere color changes, something somewhere. Then you know this is what it is. Even go to an ordinary cyclist, you have got a little puncture in your car, in your tube. He fills it up again with air and then puts it inside the water pot to see where the leakage is there. Because if you want to patch it, you must know where the leakage is. As simple as that. You don't have to think in big terms of philosophy, Brahman, Atman, Ishvara, consciousness, not necessary. Just very simple observation. If you want to, you see that the tube is running out of the air and therefore you can't really travel. You must know where the leakage is, or else how are you going to patch? If you simply start putting patches, you are putting on patches, but the air is going out. That is how people's vague solution of life. I have studied, still the problem is not solved. I got a job, still the problem is not solved. I got money, still the problem is solved. Went around the world, still the problem is solved. Got a girl or a boy, still the problem is not solved. Sometimes problems compounded. Yes. Why? Because the problem is not in marriage, the problem is not in job, the problem is not in money. Problem is you. Read in that point, please. So that is very clearly he points out. You observe where is the problem. When you start keeping the person under observation, the child did not have any problem. Why? There is no individuality. The prince, the son of a king, but when he's 2-year-old, he doesn't know it. 4-year-old doesn't know it. 7-year-old doesn't know it. 10-year-old, little only hint comes. Why so many people are around me? Why not other people? Then he comes to recognize, oh, I am the son of the king. So many people are coming. I am the son of this and that, daughter of so and so. Slowly that idea comes in. And once it happens, previously you could go into anybody, move with anybody, play with anybody. Now suddenly there are restrictions. No. I'm a rich man, you're a poor man. I'm young, that person is old. I belong to this category, this country, this seat, family. They have nothing to do with those people. This is what known as your being self-conscious. That is the product of the individuality. When everything is conscious, a dog is conscious. Dog is not self-conscious. What is being self-conscious? Please observe. Please see this. If you see the problem, solution is just like that. If you don't see the problem, if you know where the leakage is, patch it up, finish. But if you are vaguely pushing it somewhere, take a job, everything will be alright. Get married, everything will be alright. Get money, everything will be alright. Are you the first one to get married? Are you first one to get a job? Are you first one to be educated? Are you first one to be the university, a PhD holder? Are you the first one to renounce it? Renounce everything, everything will fine. You mean to say, whoever has renounced everything, everything is fine. They carry their problem to the land of renunciation. As a holiness is affected by hollowness. There is nothing holy about it. Understand? What is the problem? So when you see where the tube is leaking, you pinpoint, leak it up. Patch it up. Finished once for all. If you are self-conscious, you have got a problem. What is being self-conscious? Please take that language and see that. There is a dog. The dog is conscious, but the dog is not self-conscious. There are so many varieties of dogs. There is a Afghan hound, greyhound, there is your Irish setter, Pomeranian. So many, hundreds of varieties of dogs are there. But the dogs, they don't know that the dogs don't know that they are so special. If you leave the pedigree dog, the most wonderful dogs like Afghan hound and other things, with the mongrel, the ordinary dog in the street, you release them, boom, they will start jumping with each other, playing with each other. The Afghan hound will not think, oh, my coat will be spoiled, No. Ordinary dog will not feel, oh, he's such a wonderful dog, I am such an ordinary dog. Nah, I am not going to go there. Inferiority complex, no. Even the dog has no hair, like our dogs you see sometimes here. He is also hanging around, they also will hang around. They don't know, oh, no, tick, full of ticks. No, I won't touch him. Understand that. They are conscious, but they are not self-conscious because of the lack of the individuality. Whereas man is not only conscious, but also self-conscious. Self-conscious because individuality. I am son of so-and-so, daughter of so-and-so, this much education, this much of job, this much of money. So either you are proud with a sense of superiority, or there is mindless humility, helplessness, sense of inferiority. So that is the time people will say, when there was just such a problem, oh, get a job, everything will be fine, Get money, everything will be fine. That sense of inferiority, nobody takes away. Like sense of being unhappy, sense of being miserable, sense of being insecure. To some people it hit very early. To some people it never hits. They die away like animals. Rama, when it comes to Vasishta's, Yoga Vasishta story, Rama, very early he recognized this problem. When he returned from the Gurukula after studying his graduation or whatever you say, he finished it, came to the palace and then stayed in a room. Suddenly, totally isolated, doesn't want to talk to anybody, doesn't want to meet anybody, totally disinterested in every activity. Dasaratha, his father, was naturally worried because he wants his eldest son to be the king. But Rama is not ready. Then, as usual, there is no communication between father and the son. Guru comes, Rajaguru, Vasishtha comes, and Dasaratha talks to him. See, Rama is behaving strange, always locked up in that room, not talking to anybody. This is not a modern phenomenon. This is an universal phenomenon, ancient time, modern time, every time it will be like that. So Guru says, okay, let me meet. So Vasishtha goes and meets Rama and asks him, what happened, son? What do you lack? You have everything. He says, yes, but there is a problem. I have everything, but I am also suddenly aware I am not the first king of Ayodhya. Before me there have been hundreds, after me hundreds will be there. There have been kings, by listening to his name everybody was trembling, so powerful, but they are no more existent. They will go. The kingdom may go. One day this body will drop out, I am also going to die. So what is this kingdom? How can I find security in this? When you discover this basic discontentment, suddenly aware of the basic finitude, limitation, mortality of the man, you come to discover that helpless destiny of a man called mortality. One day suddenly everything shall be snuffed out. Then what is the idea of holding on to it? I am not the first one. Tell me, what is this life all about? Vasishtha was so happy. He comes back and tells Dasaratha, your son is not frustrated because of failure. He has seen the limitations of success. Are you getting that point? When somebody is frustrated because of the failure, you can't help him. He will always disappoint, I could not do this, I couldn't achieve this, I couldn't do this. Understand? Poverty doesn't solve the problem. Therefore you cannot spiritualize. You cannot spiritualize, romanticize poverty as something, a great experience. There is nothing holy about poverty. Poverty doesn't solve the problem, but you must discover prosperity also doesn't solve it. Illiteracy doesn't solve the problem. Literacy doesn't solve it either. Sometimes literacy and prosperity compound the problems. And that category becomes a seeker. Individuality who comes to recognize the limitations of everything. Definitely poverty doesn't solve the problem. So much of pain, discomfort. But prosperity doesn't solve it either. I'm not the first one to be the king. There are so many kings. What has happened to them? I'm not the first one to PhD. Anything is my dream is somebody else's reality. I want to be a PhD, somebody is already a PhD. I want a billionaire, somebody is already a billionaire. I want to be the Prime Minister or President of a country, somebody is already Prime Minister or President. I want to marry a prince or princess, somebody is already married to a prince or princess. What's so big deal? What happened to them? Learning from one's own experience is excellent. But learning from some other's experience, you are too smart. Because you don't have to burn your finger to know the fire burns. Look at the guy who burnt his finger. I don't have to be a billionaire to know that billions do not pay. Look at a person who has earned it. I have the capacity. Okay, I get it. Then what? This is known as far-sightedness. Some people do not have that far-sightedness. They lose the whole time of life mesmerized by the simple, lilting music of little sensations. Like as you are moving on the river, the current slowly takes you down. You are in a lovely boat. Both the sides are so enchanting. Your time is spent on looking at everything. You forget where this river is going. Suddenly, you are caught in the current that takes you to the imminent fall after miles, where there is a massive waterfall. And slowly you listen to the sounds of the mighty waterfall. Now you want to get out, you cannot because you are already caught in the current. Only way out is falling helplessly into the abyss. You should have fixed it long before you are caught up in the current. Are you getting that point, please? So while going through life, seeing, hearing, tasting, touching, smelling, sensations are so overwhelming. The person wants to experience everything. But as time passes, suddenly you are lost in that experience, or you are frightened that the body which was giving you the sensation is going to die. Wealth that was providing you, facilitating you, or getting the sensations, getting lost. Another person who was providing you the sensation, she or he is no more with you. The job that giving you security disappears. The people who are around providing you security, themselves insecure, have disappeared. Suddenly, you are in the center of deep frustration. You don't know what to do. Not many people are aware of it long before they are encountering it. So one who is smart, intelligent, viveki, far-sighted, learns from other people's experience. What is that something? Why somebody is miserable? Then you come to discover the misery, please observe. Then look at it. Where does it happen? This here comes your observation. Where is the fear? Where is the misery? Which we saw yesterday, in the morning class. Taja Vimana. Where is that? Yes. Kulagotra Nama. May you give up your identity with the Kula, Gotra, the Mansapinda, the physical body, the creation, everything. Understand? Nobody asks you to renounce the body. But the identification of both body. Tyaja abhimana mamsapinde. Don't give up the wealth. But the identification with the wealth. And who is identifying? This is what you have to observe. Who is identifying? Who causes problem in life? Gold has no greed in it. I am greedy for gold. Alcohol doesn't make somebody alcoholic. I drink myself to make myself alcoholic. No object, listen friends, you clearly observe, no object has the capacity to create a habit. You create a habit out of a sensation. Don't say sensations are habit forming. No. Then everybody shall be getting addicted to that. Call it drugs, call it medicines, call it food, call it sex, call it perceptions of sound, taste, touch, smell, sight. Nothing by itself can ever be addictive unless you continuously repeat it. And who wants it? Listen, case you have a problem. Who wants it? Take a simple example of coffee. Simple example of a foodstuff. Anything you take. Observation. This is where you, just like a doctor, keeps somebody under observation. To know why this temperature rising. Everywhere, the biologist Want to understand the life of a cell? Keep it under observation. You want to understand the life of a whale or a star or a planet? Keep it under observation. Tag the bird, know its behavior. It's flying thousands of miles from this place to that place. A whale travels thousands of miles underwater. You keep them under observation, then you understand their whale behavior. How long you have kept yourself under observation? You have got a sensation of listening to somebody. Oh, yeah, this is what body is like this, mind is like that, you are the Brahman. What nonsense. You listen to something, very familiar with the Sabda. Artha is far away. Words you are familiar with, meaning never touches you. So keep under observation. Observe. What is there something creating problem? Any simple example you can take. There are billions of examples. As many experiences, every experience can be example. You take whichever one you like. I give you one. Simple one. Coffee. Suppose you are addicted to it, let us say. Who causes it? The coffee powder by itself never comes and tells you, come on, drink me. Does it ever whisper? Huh? Can you say I was going through the, shopping center, and this coffee suddenly opens up and says, see, smell me, how nice I am. Drink, drink. Does it whisper? The object doesn't whisper. The fellow is selling the object, sings the glory of it. That is singing the glory of it, nothing wrong. That because he is singing the glory, you mean everybody is hooked by it? No, you like it. An object is advertised. Who goes for it? One who wants it. So advertising is wrong, or you are getting attracted is the hook. What hooks you? The presence of the object or the weakness inside? Are you getting that point, please? You must see that there is an object is not a problem. That there is attraction. And who is attracted? Your body is attracted. Can you say your body feels attracted? Deho na janati. Body does not know. Sense organs feel attracted. Oh, my eyes are going crazy. Why? They want to see movies. Huh? Ears are going crazy. They want to listen to music. My body, skin is going crazy. Want to touch something. Tongue is going crazy for the taste of the coffee. Huh? Your whole infrastructure, the entire machinery at your disposal, body, sense organs, organs of action, by themselves, they have no demand of their own. Does a thought demand? Listen, you see the coffee thought comes up. The thought pushes you. Come on, go. Until I want the coffee. I want it. I like it. I want it. So when you say I want it, who wants it? Is it your body? I want to go on speed in the car. I want to go 200 kilometers per hour. Who is wanting it? Does the car want it? Road wants it? Accelerator inside? The driver wants it. When a driver wants his body, driver's body wants it. A thought, I want it. Are you catching the thief? People find it extremely difficult because, understand as I was telling you, just remember that example. People find it extremely difficult to appreciate because all the time they have held everybody and everything else responsible in life for their misery except himself. What is the language you hear? You should not sing, you should not drink, you should not see, you should not hear, you shouldn't touch, you shouldn't smell. So the whole mistake is with the sense subject. Kamini, Kanchan, wealth is bad, woman is bad, man is a temptation. Don't get lost in music. Don't get lost in this and that. So, keep far away from the music. So, music is bad, huh? Wealth is bad. Man or woman is bad. Everything is bad, right? They are a curse, or you don't know how to use it. But having taken for granted, holding the whole world responsible for it, then you say next point, renounce the world. You can renounce the world, but the criminal continues. Wherever you are, you go along with it, and you create your temptations wherever you go. Previously you were feeling temptation in the office, home, organizations, travel, countries, continent, clubs, this place. Now you feel tempted in the ashrams. Isolation also. And what is the temptation in isolation? I am also a renunciate, he is also a renunciate. But look at that, how he is, how I am. Everybody touches, prostrates him, nobody. Everybody recognizes him, nobody recognizes me. Who is doing this nonsense? Understand. Catch up. It comes from you. Who wants it? Sit down and think for yourself. Body is innocent. Object is innocent. Whole creation is innocent. The bird is singing. For whom? He is singing. I say, oh, I love it. Can I have one prisoner of a bird? You can sing for me. Poor thing is imprisoned. Why? Because you like it. Just think. When your drawing room or your residence gets filled with objects, mean to say they walked into your house, I want to go into Mr. So-and-so's house. I'm not comfortable in the shop. Goes into your house. You bring it in. Who brings it? Body only carries the command of the mind. Mind, the thoughts are used by the I thought. I wants. The source, the root. That is why when you renounce everything, still the problem continues because the criminal lingers. You commit the mistake, body gets the punishment. The I thought commits the mistake. Objects gets the punishment. Body gets the punishment. Sense organs get the punishment. Like person says, nowadays I am starving. Why? I am not tempted by the food. I am fasting. Why are you torturing the body? Why are you torturing the body? Another fellow says, I don't believe in this nonsense. This fasting nonsense, fasting renunciation rubbish. I eat whatever I like to. Why are you torturing the body with overeating? Who is smart? Renunciate or indulgent? Both are idiots of the highest order. You understand? The person who is renouncing everything is as stupid as when a person who is mindlessly indulging. Mindless indulgence is as stupid as the mindless denial. The mistake is not with the body. The mistake is not with the object. Are you getting that? You keep in your room chocolate. Just try. Keep in your room a chocolate. Keep in your room little sweet. Who is going towards it? Does the chocolate ever call you? 5 days back you brought me, kept me in the cupboard or in the fridge and forgot. Does the sweet packet remind you, hey, come on, what is this? You brought me, I brought it, what is it? What about eating? No. But suppose you brought in, but then your doctor says or your friend says, somebody says, you should not eat it. Then what happens? And you already brought in, don't have the heart to throw it away. All right, we'll see. Right. Then one day thought comes, chocolate. And he's in a mood for chocolate. Who is in a mood for chocolate? Who? Now you understand that language, you must see. Total observation. Keep yourself under observation if you want to understand. Or else you'll go on blaming chocolate. Chocolate is bad for health. Chocolate is bad for health or eating is bad for health? Huh? What is bad for health? Chocolate or eating? Understand. Mindless eating is bad for health. Mindless not eating also is bad for health. Not food. One is mindlessly eating. Other fellow is mindlessly starving. Who is better? Both get complicated. One gets with a big portable stomach, a portable table. You know that, to sign books. Big stomach. Why? Oh. Other fellow is colic. Stomach pain. What happened? Irregular food. So food, when I say irregular food, is the food is irregular or you are irregular? Do you understand what I am talking? And who does it? I. But nobody wants to take the responsibility. Ordinary life is what? Who did it? Why did you not do study well? Questions are wrong. Teacher never finished the course, The school is not right. I wanted to do it, but that is the time mother asked me to go again to the shopping. I could have done it. Brother's marriage come. I have to be part of it. So, everybody else is responsible except you, right? Do you understand how conveniently this ahankar, the I, passes on? Have you observed it on yourself? And as I told you yesterday, this ahankar is so, if I can use that word, bloody smart. Bad word, but you use it. It's a very nice one. This ahankar is so stupidly manipulative. Just like the person who, I was telling you the example, one who enforcing the discipline, himself becomes totally indisciplined. Why? He assumes the role of enforcing the discipline for everybody. He forgets that he must be also disciplined. The vigilance commissioner is the most corrupt. Because he is supposed to be vigilant about other people's mistake. He forgets his own mistake, that he is committing mistake. I thought ahankar is the vigilance commissioner. Busy denouncing everything. And that is why the teaching when it says, which religion you likes, that which doesn't challenge the individuality is the most beautiful religion. The most beautiful thinking. New age religions are what? Pampering the I. Oh, you can listen to the music also. You hug somebody, a boy or a girl, any number of unknown people you can hug. No problem. Right? And you can chant, you can sing, group meditation. As 10,000 people holding, dancing together, jumping together, singing together. Nothing like this, Suppose somebody that time questions, hey, but if you find a moment of happiness in this huge group, when you're alone, what will you do? You know what that person will say? But why should I be alone? I'm in a group all the time. Person doesn't understand isolation. I had been to a place, I won't name it. In that ashram, there are so many people are there, and this man says, when I went there, that somebody was deputed by the ashram to take me around. So I was going around. In the process, I was saying, so sir, what are you doing here? I am looking after the bookstall. Do you get some money? A little bit for my day-to-day expenses, whatever little I get, I get something. I said, do you have your parents? He said, yes. Do you send some money to them? Why should I send? I said, why, what happened? No, I am dedicated to the ashram. I said, oh, who, can I ask you a question? He said, yeah. I said, who gave you birth? Of course, my parents. I said, good. Who educated you? Parents. How long you were there in the home before you left for ashram? 24 years. I said, 24 years, who took care? Parents took care. Right. So now you come, you start working here in a bookstall and you get some money. Whom are you supporting? Ashram. Who prepared you? Parents. I said, don't you think you should give a little look at your parents also? Just listen. The guru becomes more important. But where was the guru until 24 years of your life? The first guru is mother. Mata, Pita, Guru, Daivam. The mother, the father. Then comes other people who are teaching you. Then Brahma Vidya Guru, one comes to teach you about ahankara, about yourself. But everybody else is neglected. And who will be a guru, wonderful guru? One who will never challenge you. If he challenges you, he will drop him and go. Therefore, you must listen to that lullaby. Objects are temptations. Music is bad. Dressing is nonsense. Woman is temptation. Man is a rogue. Then what should we do? Just hold on to me and my guru or my God or some type of a fancy religion. Dangerous proposition. That person, I said, okay, you are finding some, forget father, mother, everything. You are now very comfortable because you have got a job in a company and a factory. Whatever book factory or the whatever they have got Ayurvedic medicine, that medicine, this, Agarbatti. So many things are there producing. I said, suppose it so happens like any business house closing down. Suppose this business closes down. What will happen to you? What will happen to you? Do you know what he said? Why should it close down? Such far-sighted intellect. You understand? Why should it close down? Hey, anything can happen. When the charismatic guru is gone, the business closes down. Or afterwards, few people will try to take control over it. Others will be thrown out. What do? Person does not think. He is pampered. Teaching is not pampering the ego, challenging the ego. Because you find the reason. First observe who creates the problem. That is why the language, please see. Santi Anye pratibandha pumsah sansara hetavo drushta. Sansara hetavah anye pratibandha santi. Bahavaha pratibandha santi. Sansara hetava, cause of the samsara. Apparently there seems to be so many reasons to be affected in this life. Understand? There are so many reasons. Weather can be bad. Poverty is there. Earthquake. Traffic. Electricity failure. Bad environment. Physically you are sick or healthy. So many things can be there for suffering. But the number one, listen carefully, the number one reason, teshameva moolam prathama vikara bhavati ahankara. Teshameva moolam. The cause, the root of every suffering is ahankara, the I thought. This particular statement, you better understand it very, very clearly. I thought, ahankara, you. What do you take yourself to be at this moment? The I thought, the individuality is the primeval, first, number one cause of every type of problem, because without it, there is no conflict. In whose presence conflict is caused, in whose absence there is no conflict. In whose presence there is attraction or distraction, in whose absence there is no attraction or distraction. The child sees, the child is still not feeling attracted. The child doesn't know. This is gold and this is just a yellow plastic. He may go for the plastic doll. There is a golden doll. He will go for the plastic. The child doesn't know yet. But after some time, when you know that, what is it? I want gold. Now, who wants it? Please see. Sensations are always there. You always heard songs as a child also, but there is no individuality to say, I want it. Father was selecting for, mother was choosing for you. All your dresses, mother chose. What you eat, mother chose. No conflict. When the first hint of conflict begins, I don't like this. I want only that dress, that food, only this one, my pillow, my bed, my dress. Early hint. Then it graduates when you are 20, 25, 30, my God. Solidified, solid individuality. Understand? Prathama vikara, the first thought. Just see that example. That there is an object. See. Just think of that example. There is a flower. Is it a problem? This lotus, beautiful bloom. Such, how many? Just think of it. How beautiful it is. When is how beautiful it is? Who is telling beautiful? That the lotus itself appreciates its own beauty? Nothing. Go show it to a cow. Just show it to a cow. Simply finish. He'll go and do. Show it to Shiva. If a dog is there and put it in front of him, you'll run away. He says, what is this? He doesn't care. Now you see that. Listen. See. When you see this, that is common to all of us. Good or bad? By itself is neither good nor bad. Do you like it? Yes. Another person, do you like it? No. I hate it. Maybe he has got bad association with the flower. Another person, I don't care. So this like, dislike, indifference, is it in the object? It's in you. I like, I dislike, I don't want it, I don't care. I thought. And when he says likes it, next is I want it. Are you getting that point? The first object is there. Then the perception takes place. When the perception takes place, eyes perceive, eyes don't want. True to the perception, thought takes place. See that thought level. That is why unknown things you don't desire. Unknown means object is, thought is not. When the thought comes in, I thought catches on. Oh, I like it. When you say I like it, understand, when you say I like the object, you see the thought and the object of the thought is now liked. The next thought is I want it. When you say I want it, the simple thought, which is knowledge, becomes a desire. When the I thought converts a simple thought to desire, object outside becomes desirable. When you convert a thought to a desire, object of thought becomes desirable. If you get it, more I want, greed, I want. If you don't get it, whoever prevents you from getting it, angry, kamat, lobha, kamat, krodha. If you get it, I want more. If you don't get it, whoever prevents you from getting it, you are angry with it. Understand? You repeat. Who creating this? So when the desire comes up, kama comes, krodha comes, lobha comes, you are not disturbed. And what is the simplistic, idiotic advice? Give up anger, give up a desire. Kamana vinasa, sarva vinasa. If you give up the desire, everything is given up. Desire is a mistake or desire is the mistake? Huh? Hey, do you understand? Do you really understand? Is there anything wrong with the desire? Do you understand? Give up desire, give up the lobha, give up the greed. Give up the greed? Greed is an emotion. Do you destroy the organization or you destroy the terrorist? One has built the infrastructure. Let the infrastructure be there. The fellow who has built the infrastructure, take him out. Even a disease is built up. Take the virus out. Cured. Emotions are built ups. And if you know how to build it up nicely, what a fantastic infrastructure. Love, affection, even jealousy is such a beautiful thing. Have you ever enjoyed jealousy? Do you know how to enjoy jealousy? Do you enjoy how to enjoy hatred? When some people are jealous of you, you have arrived. Why? They want to be like you, but they can't be. So if somebody is jealous, it burns him, but makes you, not bad, man. You know. Please appreciate every emotion. If you don't build it up, can you be creative? Understand? Just like a house. Brick by brick, you build a house. But in the brick, there is no house. Thought by thought, you build an emotion. A thought is not an emotion. If the building is there, standing, who is responsible? The brick or the builder? You understand? The object is at mistake. Emotions, perceptions, emotions, no. I. prathama vikara. One thought. Can you understand that one thought? And about who? Why? Who? That thought is about whom? About you, I. Because only that the prathama vikara. Once that rises, everything rises after it. The animals are free, vimukta. Why? No ahankara. Therefore, all other things don't rise. Hatred, jealousy, complication, manipulation, nothing is there. But the individual. So, shall I destroy this? I thought now. So there comes another panditry. The great scholarship, great vision. What is that? Ahankara nasa, mano nasa. You must destroy this ahankara. Why should I destroy the ahankara? Train him up. Are you getting that? The fellow is desiring. There is nothing wrong in desiring, but learning how to desire. If your driver is running here and there, going here and there, shall you train him up or throw him out? If you throw him out, what are you trying to get? Another driver who is trained. Right? You are trying to get another driver who is trained. So, either you train or a trained driver. It has needed. Unfortunately, you can't appoint ahankaras on your side. One trained ahankara, can you transplant in me? Are you getting that point, please? A trained ahankara cannot be transplanted. So, that one which is with you, that better learns. Are you getting that? That is where comes knowledge. Ahankara is not to be sacrificed. See the beauty and the language. Tyaja bhimana. All those places. Ato bhimanam tyaja mamsa pinde. Like all these things. Abhimanam tyaja. Not mansa pindam tyaja. Tyaja bhimana jati kula gotra. That ardha savasriteshu. Ardha savasriteshu sarireshu. This body which is like a dead body. Shava. It's a dead one. Be the Shiva. Don't worry about Shava. So shall I neglect the Shava? Take care of the Shava. Take care of this body. Take care of the whole world. Take care of all your thoughts. Including I thought. Are you getting that? If the I is a problem because I doesn't know how to handle itself. So first let him recognize his nature, the source of the I. So, tesameva mulam pratham vikara bhavati ahankara. And that one, if you don't understand, read it. Yavat syat swasya sambandha ahankarena duratmana tavanna lesha matrapi mukti varta vilakshana. Fantastic language, we shall see more elaborate tomorrow. So deliberately I take that whole class on this subject. Please catch the thief. Vaguely, when you are trying to fix up everything, as they say in the darkness, you hold, in Odia they go, andhare vadi blues. Means in the darkness, you take a stick and go round. Whom are you going to hit? See the target and hit it, problem is solved. In darkness, you go on throwing stones. Somewhere it may hit, may not hit, right? That is how people try to solve their problem. Get a job, everything will be fine, Get money, everything will be fine. Get that car, everything will be fine. Divorce, it will be all right. Get married to 2-3 ones, doesn't matter. Same-sex marriage also is fine. Just new problems, new solutions, Today's world, God going crazy. Everybody is experimenting. Why? Throwing stones in the darkness. Maybe it will work out. So more bizarre, more, stupid. The people who shock everybody else. Oh, how does it matter? Okay, do it. Who says not? And let us see after 4 years. 4 years is a long time. Or give up everything. Give up everything. dig a hole and sit down. Why? You are a holy man. So in a hole you are. Right? What is the problem? Problem is prathama bhavati ahankara. Just sit down and see. No, your sense of being, who you are, doesn't need a name I. To be yourself, you don't need a name. You need a name for a transaction. Not knowing that, this I identifies the body. I am the body. Devam aham karomi iti buddhi. Tomorrow we shall see. Say, as long as you have got sambandha with that ahankara duratmana, this I thought, born of ignorance, it is there, and as long as you have association with it, tavat natlesa matrapi muktivarta vilakshana. Vilakshana muktivarta lesha matra nasti. That long, you have no chance for liberation, freedom. Why? The I feels bound. I drags bondage onto itself. Body is not afraid of mortality. I am afraid. Why? I am the body. So once you marry to the I, you cannot escape the mortality of the body. To escape the mortality of the body, you cannot convert the mortality of the body to immortality. But you can see yourself who you are, the immortal. Having seen it, have a name. We shall see this point tomorrow onwards. That whole, as I told you, the mechanism, the mind mechanism. In fact, ahankara, only one thought. How many thoughts you have to understand? Just one thought. The rest, easy. Choice is yours. Other things, if you don't find one who understand, makes it life easier. If you don't understand also, it will be alive. Don't worry about it. Suppose you say water is not, there is no electricity in water. If the water says, no, he doesn't know electricity in me, I am not going to get into his stomach. Huh? When you know it, life is comfortable. You don't know it, you are uncomfortable. But know about it. Okay, anyway, more of it is close.